New details now in a story Target 12 has been tracking. The woman who served as top aide to former Fall River Mayor Jasiel Correia during his City Hall corruption scheme has now been spared prison time in the case.
Genevieve Andrade leaving court in Boston after that sentencing. That's where we find Target 12 investigator Steph Machado right now with details from today's hearing.
Jen, Andrade denounced her former boss, Jasiel Correia, calling him a con man before she was sentenced to 12 months probation and a $50,000 fine. Jen, are you pleased with the sentence? Genevieve Andrade had nothing to say on her way out of court Monday, but inside the federal courthouse, where our cameras are not allowed, she told the judge she regrets ever standing by former Fall River Mayor Jasiel Correia. She did so for years as his chief of staff. I made a serious mistake when I got involved with Jasiel Correia, she told the judge. He seemed like a breath of fresh air. Slowly, over time, I realized he was nothing but a con man. She added, I wish I had never laid eyes on him. Andrade pleaded guilty to one count of making false statements to federal agents about giving Correia half her salary as part of a kickback. The feds had even offered her immunity as they investigated Correia for bribery and corruption. Originally, Andrade faced 6 counts, including helping Correia shake down a man named Charles Salibi for a bribe who wanted to open a marijuana store in his convenience store. She even pleaded guilty to those crimes in December 2020 as part of a deal that included no jail time. But Judge Douglas Woodlock rejected that first plea deal last summer because he said her crimes deserved prison. This time around, she negotiated a more typical type of plea that allowed Woodlock to change the sentence, but she only admitted to the one crime and the rest have been dropped. In court, Woodlock said political corruption is the most serious of the white-collar offenses, but ultimately said prison would do little for Andrade, and he was apparently swayed by letters of support submitted by family and friends. Woodlock did increase the fine Andrade has to pay from the $10,000 in her plea deal to that $50,000. Now, today's outcome means 3 of Correia's co-conspirators have been spared prison time in this case. Correia himself has been sentenced to 6 years in prison, but he has not begun serving that sentence after being granted multiple delays. Live in Boston, I'm Steph Machado, 12 News.
New from the Target 12 investigators, the woman who served as a top aide to former Fall River Mayor Jasiel Correia has been spared prison time in the corruption case. Genevieve Andrade pleaded guilty today to lying to investigators about her former boss. Steph Machado has been tracking this case for years, joins us now live in Boston with the latest. Steph?
None of the people convicted in this corruption case have gone to prison yet. Andrade is the 3rd defendant to be spared jail time. Genevieve Andrade sentenced to 12 months probation and a $50,000 fine for lying to federal agents in 2018. Jen, are you pleased with the sentence? Inside federal court, where our cameras are not allowed, she was in tears as she told the judge, quote, I made a serious mistake when I got involved with Jasiel Correia. He seemed like a breath of fresh air. Slowly, over time, I realized he was nothing but a con man, adding, I wish I had never laid eyes on him. Andrade was originally charged with 6 counts, including extortion, conspiracy, and bribery for her involvement in then-Mayor Correia's scheme to shake down marijuana businesses for bribes. But after one failed plea deal and a trial canceled because of COVID, her new plea deal dropped all the charges other than 1 count of making false statements. She admitted to lying to the feds about paying Correia half her salary as a kickback way back when the FBI was first investigating bribery in City Hall. Andrade is the 3rd of Correia's co-conspirators to be sentenced to no prison time. Tony Costa and Hildegard Camara previously pleaded guilty and got probation and home confinement. Judge Douglas Woodlock pointed out those 2 men cooperated with the feds sooner than Andrade and testified against Correia at trial, which she did not. But Woodlock ultimately decided not to send her to prison either. He did increase her fine from the $10,000 in the plea deal, explaining it was because her crime was mainly financial. She paid to play in City Hall, he said, and now will have to pay a $50,000 fine in a lump sum. The final defendant set to be sentenced in this case is David Hebert. That's set for May. Jasiel Correia himself has been sentenced to 6 years in prison, but he's been granted numerous delays. He's now scheduled to report to prison in April. Live in Boston, I'm Steph Machado, 12 News.